I am extremely excited today because I finally get to unveil what I've been working on behind the scenes for many weeks now. And I think this program that I'm going to offer you today can make all the difference in your music licensing career because I know that you're talented, I know that you're hardworking, and I know that you have music that is ready to be licensed, but you just need to know where to send your music, right? What libraries should you send your music to? How should you craft that submission email? How should you put together your demo? How should you make sure that the music you're submitting is going to be considered seriously and not just thrown into the trash bin and not just land in somebody's spam folder? But how do you craft a pitch and an email that really gets their attention, right? That seems to be the missing piece for a lot of you. And that's exactly what I'm delivering with today's new program that I'm unveiling, okay? So it is called Sync Edge, okay? Sync obviously for synchronization, putting your music to any sort of video content, TV shows, movies, and commercials. And Edge because this is going to give you the edge on the competition. And this is going to help you land, at least it's designed to help you land your first licensing contract, your first acceptance letter from a music library. Maybe you've only gotten rejections, or maybe even all you've just gotten is just ignored. Nobody's even gotten back to you. Or maybe you haven't really submitted yet to libraries. But this is basically going to help you have that edge on the competition. I will tell you this, I know this for a fact, 95% or even not more of producers out there that are getting into the licensing business and are hearing about it for the first time and sending their music out there are doing it completely wrong. I'm doing everything that I can to try to educate you guys about how to do it the right way, but I'm only one person, okay? But with something like Sync Edge, you're going to have the edge on the competition. You're going to have what all of those 95% of producers don't have, which is insight and mentorship and guidance from somebody who's been in this business for 10 years and has done it himself. And I can tell you what works and what doesn't work, okay? So it's very powerful stuff that I'm sharing with you today. So you're probably asking, what the hell is Sync Edge? Well, it's going to include music library recommendations for all genres, and I do literally mean all genres. We'll talk about that later. You're going to get analysis of a library's current catalog, okay? So just going through their website, looking at their music, you might not even know what you should be paying attention to, how you should be thinking about their music, and if yours is going to fit in with theirs. You're going to get that professional analysis on whether or not your music is going to be appropriate for a given music library. You're going to get submission tips and insights for specific libraries, okay? So I'm not going to just say generally, here's how you get accepted by a music library. I'm literally going to say X music library. This is what I think they're going to want. If I were submitting to them, this is how I would craft the pitch. Here's the kind of keywords that I would include in my email. Here's the kind of music that I think is going to have the highest chances of being accepted by them because here's who their clients are. Here's the kind of placements that they're usually generating with their current clients. So that's the kind of stuff that I mean. You're getting insight that 95% of producers just don't have access to, okay? And obviously with all of this, you're getting guidance from a 10-year industry pro. I've been doing this for a decade now. It's kind of crazy to think about. This is a screenshot of my BMI repertoire. I have over 3,000 tracks. It's actually about 1,000 tracks, but because with alt mixes and various versions of all my tracks, it ends up being around 3,000 tracks that I have out there. I've been accepted by over 10 music libraries, and many of them are very major music libraries in the US and actually internationally around the world. So I'm not an expert on everything, obviously, but music licensing and how to get accepted by a music library, if there's one thing I could say I'm an expert at, it's this. This is the thing that I really know well, and I can really help give you the edge on the other producers out there that are getting started in this industry. And obviously with all of this, you're going to be getting current and up-to-date information and contact info, okay? So I know that there are some, music directories out there that you buy them and you're like, is this stuff from 4 years ago? Is this email even still active? This stuff is going to be month by month updated, okay? So you're going to have up-to-date information about the music libraries that I am reviewing and recommending for you guys and giving you, here's what's going on with their catalog right now this month, okay? So really powerful stuff. So let's talk about why 95% of those producers out there, and it's honestly probably more like 99%, but let's just be generous. 95 of them, percent of them are not doing it the right way. And let's talk about what kinds of mistakes they're making. And maybe some of these mistakes you've been making, okay? 95% of producers obviously just can't find libraries, first of all. I know a lot of you have emailed me and said, Jesse, I don't need this, I don't need that. I just need to know, where do I send my music? My music is licensable, I got good stuff. I just need to know where to send it to. Well, this problem is going to be obviously solved with Sync Edge, okay? 95% of producers just spam their music. It's a very common error and a mistake that a lot of producers do. They copy and paste 70 different emails from 70 different music libraries, send one email with a generic pitch with their music attached to all of it, and it's like throwing spaghetti against the wall. They hope something sticks. Music libraries are smarter than that, guys. They know when they're being spammed, and usually you're not even going to be heard. It's going to go right to their spam folder, and you won't even be seriously considered, okay? So if you want to be smarter than that and actually have detailed specific pitches to a specific library, the Sync Edge is for you, okay? 95% of producers don't craft an effective pitch, okay? They're including information in their email that's irrelevant, not interesting, not effective, not persuasive, okay? You got to remember that you are marketing yourself, you are marketing your music to a music library. It's not about you, it's about their needs. So you need to craft your email in a way that really grabs their attention and really is undeniable, okay? When I craft emails and get accepted by music libraries, I make sure that my pitches are undeniable. Even if you feel like you have a full roster and you feel like, we don't need to take any more artists, you still can't go without at least considering what I'm bringing to you, because I'm making an offer essentially you can't refuse. That's the kind of power that you're going to get with Sync Edge, okay? And that's because I've done it many, many, many times. In fact, I'd say 90 to 95% of the libraries I've ever submitted to, I've been accepted by, because I always follow this core principle of not thinking about me, not worrying about my needs, but going directly to what's going to be the most influential for them and most persuasive for them in terms of really letting them know that I understand I'm here to make their lives easier. Therefore, I want them to send me a contract. That's the kind of insight you're getting with this, okay? 95% of producers submit their music before they should. A lot of you, if you've been ignored or gotten rejection notices, it's just simply because your music really wasn't ready to go yet, okay? You're not a bad producer, you're not a failure, but you might have been submitting music that wasn't on par with their current catalog. So you need to make sure that you're submitting music that's on par with what they already have, or maybe even better in some ways. And we'll talk about why you're going to get that kind of insight and that information with Sync Edge. 95% of producers just submit to the wrong libraries. If you want passive income, meaning that every quarter you get a royalty check from BMI or ASCAP or whoever your PRO is, you got to submit to the right kinds of music libraries. Not all music libraries provide for that kind of back-end income. Some of them only provide for front-end sales through stock footage, music sales, okay? Nothing wrong with that. You can still make music with that. But my personal strategy in this business has been to focus on that passive long-term income. When you get a track placed in a TV show and it airs over and over and over again, and then it goes to another country and airs over and over and over again. If you want that kind of income coming into you every single quarter, going right into your bank account or getting directly sent to you as a check in the mail, you're going to need to know what kind of libraries to submit to. You're going to get that obviously with Sync Edge. And all of these combined are why I think 95 or probably actually 99% of producers do not get accepted. So Sync Edge is going to help you stay out of that 95% who fail, who don't succeed in the music licensing business, okay? So like it says on the bottom of the page, you don't want to be in the 95% that fail. You want to be in the 5% who get offered a contract. And honestly, it's probably even less than that. But this is how the Sync Edge is going to help you do that, okay? So first, obviously, you're going to be just finding specific libraries to pitch your music to. Whatever your genre is, I'll give you that whole list of genres that are covered, okay? You're going to find specific ones to go. You're going to get an analysis of that particular library's catalog. I'm going to talk about the quantity of tracks that they have in a given genre and the quality of that kind of track. So, for example, there might be a specific library that I think they are lacking in EDM pop. They don't have a lot of that. So I'm going to talk about how they only have maybe 3 or 4 tracks that are even in this genre. So if you can come in with a full album and say, here you go, that's that undeniable pitch, right? There's something that they're lacking, they need more of, and it's also relation to who their clients are. If their clients don't need EDM pop, that's probably why they don't have that genre. But if my analysis shows that they probably do need EDM pop, they just don't have it, you can be their go-to guy or girl for that, okay? And we're also going to talk about quality. Maybe they have some EDM pop, but the quality feels a little bit dated. It kind of sounds like it's from the 90s. Maybe it's not that strong. I'm going to point out some of those weaknesses and let you know how you can actually strengthen their current catalog. And that's one of those undeniable pitches where you get to come to the table and say, hey, I can actually help step up your catalog's quality and update it and modernize it. You guys understand now why that's so much more powerful than just blasting your music out to 70 different companies and hope something sticks. This is the smart way to do things. This is how successful producers do this, guys. You're going to learn how to craft a specific pitch to a specific library that is relevant and undeniable. Okay, I've talked about that already. And I want you, obviously, with the Sync Edge to separate yourself from the 95% of producers out there that are just not doing it the right way, okay? I will reach them. That's my job. I'm trying to get into them, into their heads, and to convince them to do it a little bit smarter. But you're finding this video now. You're aware of this now. And I want you to, from this point on, separate yourself from that herd of people that are not doing it the right way. Okay? Just like this funny little picture shows. All right? I want you to be raising your hand, stepping out of that line. Okay? If the herd is doing something and it's not working, usually you don't want to follow the majority. The majority of people usually have it wrong. They are not doing it the right way. You usually want to go in a different direction. So this is one way for you to step out of that herd and do things in a smarter way. Okay. Honestly, there's nothing like this at all on planet Earth. All right. It sounds dramatic, but I pride myself on putting together useful and powerful services. Okay. I put this together because, again, just like I put together my master course, my syndicate, everything that I do, I look to see, is there somebody else out there already doing this? Because if they are, I don't want to do that. All right. No, nobody on earth, nobody online is doing anything like this. This is it. All right. So that's why I put this together, because if I can really come in and solve a need for you guys that really are ready to work, why not? And this is something that I can absolutely do and give you some really valuable information from my experience, all right? This isn't textbook stuff. I didn't just read about this. I've personally been accepted, and I'm giving you what's worked for me over and over and over again. It's proven stuff, guys. And obviously, it's worked for my other members, syndicate members, and master course students who have gone through my program. I have hundreds of producers that have gotten accepted by libraries because of the advice and information that I give. So obviously, not to toot my horn too much, the stuff that I teach, it really just does work. So what do you all get with the Sync Edge once you join, okay? This is obviously, your little membership card. Obviously, there's not a real membership card, but there is a membership that gets involved with this, okay? So you're going to get exclusive membership with access to HD videos, okay? So nobody else gets access to this. It's not available on my YouTube channel. It's not even going to be available to syndicate members. This is a completely separate offering, okay? So this is a different membership area you're going to get access to. You're going to start with 10 music libraries. So I've already created 10 music library recommendations this year that I think are relevant to all genres. And I'll, again, cover those genres in a bit. Don't worry about that. So I know that many people were wondering, well, if you offered something like this, you wouldn't want to be sending everybody into just like 1 or 2 libraries at a time per month, because then obviously you'd saturate the market too much. And everybody would be basically spamming the same 2 libraries. And so to solve that problem, I basically split it up a little bit into 10 libraries to start with, and they are in all different genres. Okay, so nobody's all going to be going to the same place. It's nice and spread out. I definitely thought about that beforehand. And I also have some other ways to make sure that it doesn't get too crowded for you guys, okay? Every single month, I'm going to add 2 new libraries in different genres. We'll vary it up. Obviously, I'm not going to do hip-hop every single time. I'll split it up. Sometimes I'll do hip-hop, then I'll do rock, EDM, orchestral, trailer, indie, folk, Latin. I'll going to go all over the place, okay? Every single month, on the first of the month, you'll have 2 new libraries that'll have new, fresh analysis, up-to-date contact information, up-to-date analysis of their current catalogs, okay? So it's a month-by-month situation. You're going to be getting constantly updated on what's happening in the marketplace. Again, not going to get that anywhere else, nowhere else, okay? I'm also going to offer exclusive live Q&A videos with me, okay? So not some, employee of mine or somebody else. I will actually get on video with you guys, log in, and we're going to talk about how many of you guys have been submitting. What are some of the pitfalls you've been seeing? Have you been getting accepted? Have you not been getting accepted? If you've not been getting accepted, you can ask me questions about, well, what do you think? This is the way that I submitted to them. Do you think there's something stronger I can do? So this information is very powerful, but I also want to build in, and that's why I decided to offer this with this membership, a little bit of a feedback process, so I can really understand where you guys really are, and I can craft these videos and these recommendations to really improve and really meet your needs, where you are, what you really need to get from them. So you're going to get exclusive access to these live Q&As. They're going to be about on a monthly basis, but nobody else is going to get access to those. Again, not on the YouTube channel, not in my syndicate. This is going to be a completely different thing. So you might be wondering, is it for you? Who is the Sync Edge for? Okay, first of all, it is for smart producers, as you see below, because as I said before, this isn't available anywhere else. This is the only kind of service you're going to find out there. So here's the list of genres that I promise. If you produce pop, any kind of pop, okay, rock, pretty much any types of rock as well. You can do metal, punk, all that kind of stuff. Hip hop, trap, EDM, electronic dance music, orchestral, trailer music, Latin, folk, or indie music, including vocal music, okay? So I will have some library recommendations for those of you that have vocalists that you work with, or maybe you yourself are a vocalist. So I will say that it's 80% is going to be instrumental, maybe even 90% will be instrumental. because that's just most of what the licensing business is. But there will be some opportunities for vocal music as well. And I will let you guys know if I feel like this particular library needs vocal music, okay? So if you've been rejected or even maybe just ignored by libraries you've submitted to, the Sync Edge can absolutely help you get to that next plateau where you actually are getting accepted and getting a contract. If you're just starting out submitting your music and you really don't know what to do, where to go, you don't even know where to find these libraries, okay? So you're just brand new to the business, this is something that can help you have that edge. Imagine just bootstrapping 10 years of experience and wisdom onto your head. How powerful would that be for you, okay? Pretty powerful. And also, if you just want to save time and energy, okay? So I do have a music library directory, but it has over 300 of these companies in there. And I know a lot of producers, you got day jobs, you got things you got to do, you got families, bills to pay. Going through and doing the research, I understand it takes time, and it's one of those things that's not as feasible for you. So this basically cuts out all of that research time, and I cut right to, here's the genre, here's the music library, watch this brief, these videos are about 10, 15 minutes at the most, not too long, and now you have the absolute inside industry edge on all the competition, okay? So saving you all that time and energy. So you can spend more time on just what you want to do, which is making music and getting accepted, hopefully, right? Also, if you just need a little kick in the butt to get back into the game or just get into the game for the first time. I know a lot of producers, they maybe had a 6 months ago or a year ago, you dabbled with music licensing, didn't get accepted, and just kind of lost some motivation and some hope because you just didn't get accepted right off the bat. This might be a little kick in the butt you need to invest in yourself, get back into the game, and have a monthly update on, okay, let's just get this thing going again. Sometimes that's the only difference that between you getting accepted and moving on with your licensing career and just always sitting on the sidelines and not even trying, okay? I would love to give you a little kick in the butt. Wouldn't that be great? So this can be a really awesome, great way to just motivate you a little bit more to get back into this business, okay? So it's pretty cool so far, right? So how much is all of this going to charge? Now, you can see I already spoiled it on the bottom. I will offer a plan for you guys where you can pay as little as 27 cents a day, okay? That's literally the change that you find in your couch. I'm making this as affordable as I possibly can. I pushed down the price as far down as I possibly could do to make sure that it was worth my time to continuously update and put out new videos every single month, okay? So you can either sign up for $9.99 a month, or if you want to get 2 months free, just sign up for the annual membership, $99 a year. And if you sign up for that annual membership, that's how you can push your cost down to 27 cents a day, okay? Extremely affordable. Nobody should have any excuse why they can't do this. Now, I'm going to make it even better. Now, this is another thing you will not find anywhere else, okay? I'm incentivizing you guys to stick with me to get your first licensing contract. How? I will offer a 100% refund when you get accepted by your first music library that you were recommended through Sync Edge, okay? That's right. So you put $99 down, you are now in the group for the year. Let's say on the 3rd month you get accepted, and I'm going to talk about, there are some terms for it, okay? It's not just a blanket open blank check I'm going to give you with this, but I will 100% refund you, okay? So literally, I'm incentivizing you to succeed, right? I want you to submit, I want you to succeed and get accepted by a music library, and if you do, I will 100% give you your money back. If you sign up for the monthly, I'll add up all your months that you've paid, give you a refund back. If you just did the $99 a year, I give you your $99 back. What else could you want? That's pretty fair, right? Now, there is one little asterisk that I have to let you know about, that this does expire after 12 months, okay? I don't even know how long I will continue Sync Edge. I will commit to 1 year for sure. If I commit to 2, 3, 4, 5 years in the future, you can't come to me on after 4.5 years, you finally get accepted. Hey, Jesse, give me 4.5 years back. No, after 12 months, that expires, okay? So I do want you to submit soon, and within 12 months, I think you can be able to get accepted by a music library. And if you do, I will give you a refund, but you also must do, I know I'm gonna totally pull your teeth here, a Google video chat with me and just talk about your experience and your acceptance, right? The reason why I want to do that, you don't have to share the name of the library or even the kind of music that you made. That can be all confidential. I just want you to be able to share your journey and your success with me so that I can also encourage and motivate other producers to let them know it is possible, the Sync Edge does work, and this information is going to work, okay? And it absolutely does work for current members, and that's what you must do. So if you do it within 12 months and you jump on a 5-10 minute Google chat with me and email me, we're good to go, okay? And I'll give you a 100% refund. Can't ask for more than that, guys. And I am going to make sure that I don't have this crowd of people, thousands of people getting into this to like crowd out all the submissions. So I'm only going to allow 50 signups per month, okay? So if you're watching this now, do not wait. Get started right away, because once 50 signups hit, if I get 50 signups today, I'm cutting it off. There's nobody else getting in until next month. That's how I'm going to make sure that I don't get thousands of producers coming in here and all submitting these libraries at the same time. Okay, I am going to sort of like, what do they call that? Put a cap on it a little bit to make sure that we don't have so many people coming in. So you should sign up now, though, to get ahead of even after the 49th person signs up. You don't want to be necessarily the 50th person getting in to submit to the crowds, because then maybe people have already submitted to this month's 2 libraries and then the previous 10 libraries as well. So sign up early and get started right away. Watch the videos and craft your perfect submission email, okay? And of course, you can cancel anytime. You just let me know if you're on the monthly plan, you're 3 months in. Hey, Jesse, you're not really working for me. Send me an email, jesse@syncmymusic.com, and I cancel you. Okay, no problems at all. So today's the time. Today is the day to claim your exclusive membership. I want you to join us, okay? If you're ready to go, if you really think that this is going to make that difference for you in terms of being somebody sitting on the sidelines, not getting accepted, not getting your contract started, and somebody who's actually actively submitting music regularly to a music library, and that's the path you want to be on if you want to do this full time, you need to sign up today, okay? Do not delay. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see a link in the description. If you're on my website, you're gonna see a red button below that you click and you can get started and get instant, immediate access. Once you complete checkout, you're gonna go directly to the membership page, okay? And on the left side of the tab, you're gonna basically see, left side? There's your left side. You're gonna basically see your 10 music libraries tab, and then you're also gonna see this year's current music libraries that are being recommended to you, okay? So don't sit on this. Don't think, I'll get started later. The sooner you start getting accepted by music libraries, the sooner your passive income starts kicking in, the sooner you can actually start doing this full time, okay? If you have any questions about this, if you're still confused, watch the video again. I was pretty thorough on what you're getting with this, but if for whatever reason, if you have other questions, email me. I love hearing from you guys, jesse@syncmymusic.com. I can't wait to hear from you. And I'm excited, guys. This is going to be one of those things that I know, looking back in a year, there's going to be countless success stories, and you're going to see all those videos, right? So if you don't sign up today, I know you're going to start seeing these videos pop up on my YouTube channel and on Facebook, and you're going to go like, why didn't I sign up? Don't do that, okay? Wisdom. This is 10 years of wisdom speaking to you right now. Get started now. Get this really inexpensive advice and powerful information, and get your licensing career started right now.